All right. We can unmute our microphones. All right. Welcome to the Chopping It Up show. I'm your host, Joe Beer. Happy to be of service for you today. Today is June 26, 2022. It's a little bit different time today because we got a couple of interviews coming at you on the network. But we are 3 o'clock on the East Coast and 12 o'clock on the West Coast. We appreciate all those listening live, whether through iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or wherever you are on the interwebs. This podcast is brought to you by Block Band Music and Publishing, blockusup.com, SAY Marketing and Promotions, Kevin Peete of ReMax Patriots, Math-Sci Tutoring and Educational Services, Lamik's Video, Bull City Music School, Prodigious Music Concepts LLC, and the HBCU Recruitment Center. We are also pleased to announce our partnership with the HBCU Experience LLC. The HBCU Band Alumni Second Edition book will be coming out at the end of June on Amazon, and that's what brings us here today. We got a really impressive guest, and I'm always glad to meet other HBCU graduates, but this brother is doing a lot, to say the least. So we welcome today Larry Allen. How you doing in this podcast, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. It's an honor to meet you and talk to you today. So just to give folks the format of the interview today, we're gonna ask Larry where he's from, get some information. We'll stop halfway through. We'll hear about his college experience as far as where he decided to go and the places he was picking from. We'll stop and listen to our sponsors, and we'll come back and we'll timeline the rest of his life and career up into the HBCU Band Edition, Second Edition book. And, he'll give us a little bit of a teaser, if you will, about his chapter. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Larry, where you from, man?
Born and raised Houston, Texas, southeast side of town.
Okay, all right. Now, are your folks and all of them are all of those from Texas and Houston area?
No, my folks are from Louisiana. My
Oh,
dad was
okay.
born in Port Arthur, but on my dad's side, we're from Louisiana as well as my mom's side.
Okay,
Dad's side, North Louisiana. Mom's side is like Southern Louisiana.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So now I want to ask you because this kind of goes. I read your bio, and this next question is usually kind of easier, but yours probably complex. So what was your first instrument, and
My
why did you pick it?
The first instrument was Suzuki violin, and I didn't have a choice. That's the school that I attended, Garden Village Music Elementary. When you come in, that was your first instrument. Everybody.
Okay.
So if you want to be in the band, then you were going to be in the orchestra, and then you, of course, as time went on, you would go to different instruments. But we all started out on violin.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Okay, and I kind of tie that into later because you got multiple stuff going on as far as the instruments go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So okay, bet. So that was the first one because of the school. And I read in the bio. And I think you know what? That's also in the book too, because I know that's how they did it with us. So your bio, so that's a little bit of a teaser. That's another reason why y'all got to go get the book. He got a little story as far as what happened to him when he was a kid, and you know what I'm saying. Something happened at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mall, so y'all gotta check
Amber
out the
alert.
book. Right. Y'all gotta check out the book to get all that. So that's what's up, man. Okay. Now what would you say? Now you growing up down there in Texas, what would you say was your first HBCU band experience?
The first HBCU band I laid eyes on was Jackson State.
Nice.
They came to Houston, and my dad took me to one of the games, and I never forget. They was coming in playing Get Ready, and I was like, Dad, who was them dudes in the front? And he was like, you like that? And this is almost a little something that was in the forward that I wrote for the preview edition for the book. But he was like, "You want to be one of them?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "What's the drum major?" He kind of explained to me what what they did and everything. And I was sold at that point. I think I was maybe like 6 or 7. and I knew I was gonna be a drum major in somebody's band.
Right, right. Well, that's what's up, man. You know what year that was?
Not right offhand. I probably was like 6 or 7.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man. I'm realizing now I'm starting to get kind of old. So I remember when I was at Jackson State, it was 97. That was the last. I don't know if they've been back to Houston. Well, it's got to be since you said that. But at my time, that was 97. We came to Houston.
Okay.
And we played there, at your stadium because we played Texas Southern. Okay, so that's what's up, man. Jackson State. That's where my family's from. So everybody went to Jackson State in my family. So that's what's up, man. So this kind of leads into, you kind of led onto it a little bit. Now, where did you go to high school?
I went to Ross Shaw Sterling High School in HISD. Okay. One of the best high schools. We had the baddest drum line in the city when nobody touching us.
Nice. Well, now, was this the same school that you went as far as the violin, or was that your middle school?
That was my elementary school.
Elementary school,
with the violin. Yeah.
Okay.
So this was I went to Garden Villas Elementary Music Academy, and then I went to Johnston Middle School, which is now the Performing and Visual Arts Middle School, and then I went to Ross Shaw Sterling High School.
Okay, I knew it was something like that because you got an extensive music background, so I wanted to get that clear for the listeners as far as where you went to school. Now, tell us about your college selection process. Like, what schools were you deciding from? Like, where you wanted to go? And then I guess what happened? What made you end up picking, or like how did you end up where you ended up marching?
Honestly, college wasn't even on my radar. When I was in school, I wasn't even thinking about college because music was so much of a forefront for me and just performing. So I always imagined I was gonna be performing, on stage like Bobby Brown and all the greats. So it wasn't until my senior year to all my friends were starting to apply for colleges. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the thing to do. You're a senior, you probably should apply.
Right.
So I ended up applying to D1s and all the HBCUs and all the good stuff, and had scholarship offers. And it wasn't until the Labor Day Classic, Prairie View versus Texas Southern, that I made a decision to go to Prairie View. Was looking at halftime and saw the box come down, and I was like, whoa, I never seen a drum section have a feature in the middle of a halftime show, and I was highly impressed. So I made my decision that day during halftime, like, I'm going to Prairie View, I'm gonna be in the box.
Right. Because for like years, they still have a really good drum section, but I remember like the first couple years that like they started the Honda, Prairie View was there, and that's all they talked about was the drum section. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all had some acclaim coming with y'all. So that's what's up, man. So you actually marched at Prairie View. That's real interesting. So what I want to do now, let's go through the sponsors real quick. Let's get them out the way. And then when I come back, I want to ask you about your most memorable experience marching. And then we'll take it off from there. Cause man, like I said, man, you done so much from the bio. I gotta like time, you know what I'm saying? I gotta watch the time and all of that. Cause I want all the listeners to know. But again, you guys make sure that you guys go get that second edition HBCU Experience, the band edition, second edition. Make sure that you get that so that you know everything about Larry. And find out about his chapter. But I do want to highlight some points of the things that you've done. All right, so we'll go ahead and mute our microphones, and we'll be back chopping it up here with Larry Allen. We'll hear from our beloved sponsors.
Band directors, have you ever found yourselves in this situation? Showtime is quickly approaching. Your budget is quickly disappearing. Your music choices are narrowing. The equipment condition is wearing and your stress level is mounting. Stop what you're doing and contact Block Band Music and find out how we've got you. Check www.blockbandmusic.com, providing music, equipment, gear, and accessories to show style, core style, and traditional bands worldwide.
The source for fair and factual information on your favorite college bands, blockusup.com. Well-written articles, in-depth band performance analysis, helpful resources for band directors, fun band-related topics, and exclusive interviews with some of today's brightest and most talented leaders of college marching bands. Visit us at blockusup.com, the meeting place for band fans and band directors.
Hello, everyone. This is Joe Beard from the Marching Podcast. Is your school, club, or organization looking for high quality decorated apparel to outfit your students, staff, club, or team? Tired of the same old boring white t shirt? Are you in charge of the upcoming fundraiser or special event but don't really have time to troll the internet for ideas or compare products? SAY can help with design and product selection. We can even assist with ideas on conducting an effective fundraising program. SAY can help you save time and get your message heard. So call 1-800-975-3156. SAY Marketing and Promotions.
Give your brand a voice.
If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate in the Southern California area, please contact Kevin Peete of ReMax Patriots. He will meet and exceed all of your needs. You can contact Kevin at 951-858-5942. That's 951-858-5942. Or you can email Kevin at kpsaleshomes@sbcglobal.net. That's KP, his initials, Kevin Peete, KP Sales Homes, all one word, at sbcglobal.net. Thanks again.
You want the best barbecue around? Smokey-O's coming to your town. Ribs, chopped beef, baked potatoes too. Smokey-O's know what's good for you. You want the best barbecue around? Smokey-O's coming to your town. Ribs, chopped beef, baked potatoes too. Smokey-O's know what's good for you. Smokey-O's, come check us out.
Providing online or one-on-one instruction for high school and college students in algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, physics, and chemistry. Visit Math-Sci-Tutor.com. That's MATHSCI-tutor, TUTOR.com to schedule a session or contact Michael Okoro at michael@mathscitutor.com. So again, visit mathscitutor.com, mathsci-tutor.com to schedule a session or contact Michael Okoro at michael@mathscitutor.com, providing online and one-on-one instruction for high school and college students in algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, physics, and chemistry. Math-Sci-tutor.com.
Do you like marching bands? Do you love band videos? Go subscribe to Lamik's Videos YouTube channel. Lamik's Videos YouTube channel has the largest archive of unbiased marching band videos on the internet. iPad giveaways, AirPod giveaways, and more. One more thing. Do you like this video? Prove it, motherfucker. Hit the like button right now. Hit that like button and subscribe to Lamik's Videos right now.
Bull City Music School is the modern approach to music. Enroll today and experience one of our virtual classes, and I can personally say that they are great. My daughter is a student at Bull City Music School learning the piano, and her teacher, Janetta Powell Hopkins, is doing an outstanding job. You can call Bull City Music School at 919-423-5701. That's 919-423-5701. Or you can go to their website at Bull City Music School, all one word, That's Bull City Music School, all one word.com. Bull City Music School, the modern approach to music. The HBCU Recruitment Center is the premier hub for increasing awareness and student interest in pursuing a college education at one of our nation's historically black colleges and universities. Founded by Dr. Tamisha Price Brock and Mr. Ricardo Reese, the HBCU Recruitment Center is headquartered in Las Vegas, Nevada, and provides educational consulting, degree and institution matching, and educational workshops for students and families. By forging student partnerships with key institution officials, the HBCU Recruitment Center will be the blueprint and catalyst for increased recruitment, enrollment, retention, and successful matriculation of BIPOC students at our nation's historically black colleges and universities. For more information, visit our website at www.hbcurecruitmentcenter.org. That's HBCU Recruitment Center, all one word.org. Or you can give us a call, 1-800-676-1136. The HBCU Recruitment Center. Prodigious Music Concepts, LLC, founded by Dr. Tamisha Price Brock and Mr. Ricardo Reese. Prodigious Music Concepts, LLC, offers comprehensive music instruction, education consulting, and professional development services for K through 12 educators and administrators and college university music majors, faculty, staff, and administrators. Headquartered in Las Vegas, Nevada, our services are offered in both face-to-face and online settings, with individual and group services tailored to your needs. Contact us today at 470-771-9447. That's 470-771-9447. Or visit us on the web at www.pmconcepts.org. Prodigious Music Concepts, where we are musically building a better tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Alonzo Beard, and I'm a third grade honor roll student, and I'm the son of Joseph Beard, and you're listening to the Marching Podcast.
My name is Kennedy Beard, and I'm an honor roll student in the 6th grade. I'm also the daughter of Joseph Beard, and you're listening to the Marching Podcast.
Hey, this is Kennedy, and you're listening to the Marching Podcast. Hi, this is Nessa. You're listening to the Marching Podcast.
All right, we can unmute our microphones. Welcome back, and shout out to all our beloved sponsors. Okay, so
yes.
So I want to go back a little bit, because I know it's in. You basically play multiple instruments, and
Right.
you found that out early. Was there something that happened, or how did you know, or like, do you remember, how did you roll into playing multiple instruments?
It was my my elementary school band director. Like I never forget. She put me to the band room. She said, "Hey, what do you want to play?" And of course, all the kids, they want to play drums first. So,
Right.
Of course, I said, "I want to play
did.
drums." She's
Right.
like, "Okay, well, let me see what you can do." So I hit around a little bit. She's like, "Okay." She said, "Well, you want to try something else?" And I was like, "Oh." And she kind of had like everything kind of laid out in the band room. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll try this." Picked up a trumpet and blew into it. She was like, "Okay." She said, "What about something else?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll try this." So after school that day, she told my mom, she said, "Little Larry has so much talent. Like he wants to play everything, so I'm gonna just teach him everything." And that's how it started.
Nice. Yeah, man, that's actually cool. When I was reading about that, that's because I know I was the same way. I wanted to play drums. You know what I'm saying? Especially seeing like HBCU bands and all the sticking and all of that stuff. Like it's cool, but my dad played trumpet, so that was it. Like it was easier, and so I was like, it's okay. And plus, I had a lot of cousins that played trumpet too, so yeah, I just rolled in the trumpet. But that's cool that that's a good teacher where she was able to lay everything out for you, and that kind of planted the seed, if you will.
I was like a kid in the candy store.
Right.
I was like, all this for me? Like,
right.
Okay, yeah, I want to play all of it.
Right. That's what's up, man. Okay, so you decided to go to Prairie View. So this is like the most famous question on Chopping It Up. What would you say was your most memorable band experience at Prairie View?
My most memorable band, it's so many, but the first thing that kind of jumps out is when I made head drum major.
Okay. Now, what year did you make head drum major?
That was 03.
Okay. All right. Now, was that your second year marching?
No, that was my last year marching.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Now, you were a drum major before that, though. You just weren't the head drum major?
Yes, I made drum major my sophomore year.
Okay.
And I became head drum major in 03. So I made drum major 2000 and became head drum major 2003.
Okay, so what year was your crab year then? Well, I don't know if I can say that. My bad. I don't know. My bad. What was your first year in the band?
I came up my freshman days was at 99.
Okay, bet. So yeah, so we kind of close to age. That was my last year march at Jackson State because I was 97.
Okay.
So
okay,
all right, bet. So 99. So now you've had a experience. Do you have any experiences that related to another school, or was that, I guess, basically you becoming the head drum major?
I mean, I had moments when we played, like Southern,
Right.
I can't say, you know what? I do have a memory. My freshman year, 99, we went up to Alabama and Alabama State. And that was like my first time actually. I mean, I've seen TSU before, but that was my first time seeing another band like live without being on videotape or word of mouth. Right. So that was a very memorable moment.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
And that was jamming too. Back then, of course, it was like, nah, they suck, but
right.
I can't say that. They was nice. That was nice.
Right.
They played one song. It was Tyrese Lately. I was like, whew, it's gonna be a long fifth.
Right. That's what's up, man. I was about to say you said Southern. It seemed like everybody got a Southern story, and
we see Southern every year, so that's normal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, you kind of had a music background, going into Prairie View. What did you decide your major was going to be, and what did you want to do when you got out?
Hands down, music. Like it was no question. And when I finished, I wanted to perform. Like, and at Prairie View, you have two options. You can either do performance or education.
Okay.
And at that time, I didn't want to teach. I was like, no, I don't want to be a teacher.
Right.
So, I went the performance route.
Okay. All right, bet. So now, when did you finish then, from Prairie View? And was your degree was music performance? What year was that?
This was 06.
Okay. All right, bet. 06.
I got my master's in 09.
Okay. All right. Now, did you stay there at Prairie View to get your master's?
Yes.
Okay.
Both from Prairie View. I'm gonna stay home.
Right. Now, I believe also I saw in the bio that that you actually you were a graduate assistant as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, graduate
with the
assistant.
Late great Professor Edwards.
Prof Edwards. Okay.
Prof Ed.
Right. Okay. All right, bet. And working through that at that time, you then come out with your master's in 06. Very, very impressive. So now, this kind of where things kind of, I guess, take off for you,
right,
so to speak. So what was, I guess, after you got your master's, what was the first thing that happened? Because from then on, man, it's a whole lot of stuff that happened to you, man.
They always say that, God will, you kind of go through the rain before the sunshine. And that year I got my master's, I ended up losing my father to cancer, and Prof Edwards ended up dying as well a little later on that year. And I remember the conversation me and Prop had maybe about 7 months before he passed. And he was like, Chief, you got to stop coming around. He said, I don't want you to be grad assistant no more.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, what the hell going on?
Right.
Like, did I do something? Like,
Right.
my feelings hurt. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what I do? He was like, nah, you didn't do nothing. He said, I don't want you to be a career bandsman. And I kind of looked at him. He was like, look, he said, I always called you Hollywood, right? I'm like, yes, sir. He said, man, you need to go to California and live your life. He said, you need to be on the stage somewhere. He said, you're not a band director. He said, yeah, you can do it. He said, you probably have a nice band. He said, but your calling is to be on that stage, man. He's saying, I feel like you're going to stick around here too long before you can't do it. So I'm going to push you away now. And literally, I took that advice and went to Atlanta and never looked back.
Okay. All right. So what was the first thing that you did then when you got to Atlanta?
Drumline Live Entertainment.
Okay. Now, how did that get to be?
So at the time, Dr. Nicholas Thomas was assistant band director at Prairie View.
Okay.
He's now at FAMU. But he reached out to Don P. Roberts, which is the CEO of Drumline. He was like, hey, man, it's a guy here in Texas, remind me of Snell. And Snell's assistant music director for Drumline. He said, man, he plays every instrument. He was drum major, leadership, impressionable guy, can move, can dance, can do, everything you need him to do. He said, well, give me his number, I'll check him out. And Don hit me up and said, can you send me a video you playing and kind of doing what you do? Sent a video, and he gave me a job the next day.
Wow. Okay.
I literally was flying to Atlanta that July to go to Asia for the Drumline tour in South Korea and Japan.
Okay, so real quick for the people that don't know, what is Drumline Live?
Drumline Live is a theatrical stage play based loosely off the movie Drumline. Our CEO was the band consultant for all the Drumline movies. So it's a show based off that, more of a variety kind of style. Not too much acting, but we're playing all the top hits from the movie and also from our wonderful arrangers that we have that's on staff.
Okay, so it's like a play, if you will,
right?
And y'all tour all over the world. Okay, all right. So yeah, just so people know, you guys look up Drumline Live. It's something that a lot of HBCU folks are proud of because they picked some really good musicians to be a part of that band.
Indeed.
And so y'all are out there representing pretty well. So you're part of that, which is
yes,
really
I'm the
impressive.
percussion director and on the creative staff, and also the music producer for the show.
Okay, all right, bet. So this is where I'm talking, where it's like you got a lot going on, man. You rolling into this. Okay, so Drumline Live, y'all traveling the world. You're in a leadership position there, kind of like you were as drum major back in undergrad. Okay,
right.
So now after Drumline Live, could you tell us how then you started to get more of the national acclaim? No, I guess Drumline Live is national, worldwide acclaim, but then you started actually also winning some awards too. So what happened along with that?
I mean, Drumline Live, honestly, it opened up so many doors. Just being attached with the company and attached with the movie, and different people wanting to get bands to come perform in their videos and on their records and TV shows. So it was almost just not even almost, but just being in the right place at the right time and kind of like selling myself, just not being in the room but controlling the room. And once somebody likes your character and they vibe with you, they always want you around. So those opportunities start coming, tenfold. Like, oh, well, who's the drum guy? Call Larry, call LA, get LA. So it kind of took off from there. And then, of course, after Coachella, to the roof.
Right. right. So could you explain to the listeners, because everybody in California know what that is, but what is Coachella?
Coachella, it's a music festival with the top artists of about every genre. They're going to perform in Indigo, California. Big event, and hands down, Beyonce has had the best Coachella performance to date.
Yes.
And not just because I was in it, but I mean, it's the most viewed performance to date right now in history.
Right. And also what's really cool about that is that Coachella, I believe, is also where they brought the laser version of Tupac back or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So like everybody was talking about
hologram.
Yeah, everybody was talking about that. So Indigo is like
I love Tupac, but we shut that down
right.
though.
right. That's what's up, man. What's really cool about that, Indio, man, that's in the desert too. That's in the for real desert too.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So, and I'm like in the pre-desert, so I'm like an hour east of LA, and then Indio is probably another hour and a half, 2 hours from me. I know it's going out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I was blowing sand out my nose for like 2 weeks after we left.
right. I know you had to be, because it ain't no joke out there. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So that's what's really cool. I remember when people talked about Beyonce's performance and they had the Drumline Live people. I was really impressed by that. So it's really cool that I'm now getting a chance to actually talk to someone that was a part of that. Because Coachella is like huge, and I'm glad you said it's every genre, so it's not like a rock concert. It's supposed to be something from everybody.
It's definitely the true definition of popular music.
Right. So that's what's up, man. So really impressive. So after that, and it's kind of like you said, Drumline Live kind of opened up some things. You also had an opportunity with Universal Studios Japan.
Yes.
How did that come along? How did that get to be?
One of my guys from FAMU, Toba Lovely, TJ, section leader there, and they reached out to him and wanted him to put together a group, have a residency over there in Osaka, Japan. And he said, "Hey man, I need a drum major." He called me up and we had rehearsal in West Palm Beach, Florida for like 2 weeks. And then we left to Japan for like almost a year and a half. It was gone.
Wow.
5 shows a day, 5 days a week, 2 days off, living in Japan. I mean, I can honestly say that the quality of life in Japan was amazing. Like, if I had a choice to live in any other country besides America, it would be Japan.
What? Really?
Definitely.
Okay, so
I advise anybody, if you can ever go travel somewhere, it's cool, like, we're gonna go to this and all the little, the little cloud up places, but go to Japan. I promise you, it will not let you down.
Wow. Okay, so let me ask you, what would you say was your most memorable experience there in Japan?
Funny thing is, actually experiencing a hurricane over there, but they call them typhoons.
Right.
But I thought that was so I literally watched it from my balcony like the whole time. I mean, I'm from Houston, so
I'm about to say you from Houston
all the time.
You from Houston,
but
right?
It's a difference when you're in a whole other country and it's like, okay, I'm in a typhoon now. But every moment in Japan was amazing. Like, I have no regrets, like nothing bad to say. Like, I enjoyed literally every minute of every day I was over there.
Wow.
Never a dull moment. And they treat you like you're a rock star. Like, we was all Michael Jacksons over there. Typically, they either think that you either work at Universal, which what I did, or you're in the Army.
Oh,
and
okay.
They have a lot of Africans there, but not like Black Americans. So when they see us, they see, hip hop, and they're like, oh yeah, Laddie son, you my brother.
Okay. I had a friend that he's a Marine, and he went over there, and he said it too. He was another black dude, and he said the very same. Like, speaking up of Japan, he said he had a really good time over there. So yeah, man, that's actually sparks my interest. So I don't know if I ever end up over there, but that's what's up.
I put it like this: Osaka's like LA, and Tokyo's like New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the crime.
Right.
Like, literally, the police officers, you rarely see them with weapons.
Damn. I don't even know that. I can't even imagine.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, imagine, walking and not having a fear of looking behind yourself.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna get on that. But
right.
The quality of life, I will say the quality of life is definitely amazing. And like this, the morale and how they treat everybody, like, it's different. It's definitely different from how it is in America.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy to me. So yeah, like you said, that's another conversation. All right, so So now you spent some time in Japan. Now, but you also had an experience then with the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
So could you tell us about that as well?
Yeah. So I used to do a lot of my recording at Barron Studios here in Houston, and they had an idea like, man, we want to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. So we're gonna do the longest recorded song, and not as far as in time, but as far as in verses. And they asked me to be a part of it, and literally we was 24 hours, 16 after 16, round the clock, round the clock, round the clock. And I think we ended up doing 315 solo recorded verses for the record.
Okay. Yeah, man. So, did you sleep? Or, how did y'all pull that off?
Man, just the adrenaline alone, and just, the camaraderie of having like the best of the best artists from the city being a part of it. It was like, dog eat dog. It was competition.
Right.
Almost like in the Barron world. It was like, yeah, I'm going to have the hottest 16. Oh, yes, okay, I'm going to have the next hottest 16. And so we just kept going.
That's what's up, man. Okay. So then, you've also, been a music producer for a lot of other companies. You were, of course, like you said, the director there with Drumline Live, and then the Coachella performance and all of that. But you've also done, even in the little slideshow we have, you've done some work with HBO and Netflix. Now, when you start doing that work and being a music producer, are you basically putting tracks together, or how are you how
Correct.
are you actually okay? So yeah, how I guess
from producing to songwriting to writing lyrics for theme songs, the whole 9 yards. I always tell people that you can always go pro in music without being the star. Like everybody can't be Beyonce or Chris Brown or or Michael Jackson, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are just as successful as those artists and probably make just as much money as those artists as well.
Yeah, see, that's pretty dope to, like you said, at least be successful and make a decent amount of money, and then not like having your face out there like that too. Because I guess it's a plus and minus with that. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah, man, that's actually really, really cool, man. And then my last question for you, because I've seen that you've also done some shows to the depth of, like you said, your bio that's gonna be in the book. So you guys make sure that you go and get the HBCU Experience Band Edition, the second edition. Make sure you get that. And then what was your experience as far as winning a Grammy? Like, how did that come to be about?
Man, just being attached to Beyonce will get you in any door musically, that will be allowed, literally. So, just being able to be a record musician on the album, for one, and then two, the album winning the Grammy at that. It's been a blessing. Like, I always told my friends when I was growing up, like, I'm gonna win a Grammy. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna win one. And lo and behold, it came through in the vessel of Beyonce. So, like I said, I've been blessed, bro.
Yeah, man. Let me give you let me make sure I get give you a round of applause. Because that's really cool, man. And I gotta give it to Christy. Shout out to Christy. I know she was in the chat earlier. Her and Ashley, I think they just did a really good job. As far as the people that they're getting. Now the only thing, of course, people were complaining about the schools, and so I even said something about Christy, and I was joking. And she kind of got mad at me. So, but I was just playing Christy. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we all know you are HBCU grads. We all like one of the same family. But I will say the selection in both of the editions, it's just been impressive. People have been doing a lot of good stuff musically, and even I think there was one woman was a doctor, and I was like, well, how is she doing all that? Is she a doctor? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so not only is the read good, like some of the chapters are good, but reading the individual bios of the book for the people that want to buy the book, it definitely will make you proud. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, in reading your bio, man, I was just like, wow, this brother is doing a lot, and really impressed with that.
Man, sometimes I forget, man. Like, I'll try to stay busy. So, you can kind of lose track of, all the accolades that kind of bleed in together.
Right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So my last question then, as we kind of wrap up the interview, you have a chapter. What was the teaser that you could put out there, so that people will go buy the book and go read your chapter?
I give a very interesting journey about my chess move to become drum major. And I'm very strategic about what I do and how I lead my life. And every move is definitely calculated. I knew going into Prairie View, I was a heck of a trumpet player, and I knew I was going to end up either being section lead on trumpet and never making drum major. So I decided to go in on snare drum for drum major purposes, as well as to be in the box. And read the chapter, you'll get those details, you'll get the tea, as they say, the inside scoop on how it played out.
Okay, that's what's up. Let me give you another round of applause there. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. I'm just impressed that you had the option to do both. And I'm sure there's other people that have done that, but that's really cool that, you could have done one or the other. And then like with being a drum major, it's a lot of folks, man, a lot of HBCU drum majors out just doing a lot of leadership type things. Cause that's a hard job, brother. Cause,
when you're over 300-piece band, it's a lot of personalities and a lot of characters you have to deal with.
I know. And I ain't gonna lie, man, after I wasn't a crowd no more, I was silly. Like, I was happy not to just be under that pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to my band directors, and my band, my drum majors. Because I know I was silly at practice. You know what I'm saying? I was always like doing maybe some push-ups or some crunches or something. But that's a lot as far as even just being a section leader where you kind of got to get control of, your peers. And especially like they're your friends and everything. And then when you out to actually do your job, it can change the game, like, you know what I'm saying?
And then being a sophomore at that, making drum major.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
you just got in.
I earned all my stripes.
Right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So let me give you another round of applause. Again, like I say, make sure you guys, the HBCU Experience, the band edition, it's the second edition. Make sure that you guys go get the book. And like I said, you can just read the bios and they're impressive. But you just heard a little of the story about Larry then and kind of how he navigated through the band. So you guys make sure that you go pick that up. Now, I do want to end. We were talking right before we started recording. You said you're going to be in Redlands.
Yes, we have a show coming up at the Redlands Bowl. I want to say it's on the 9th or the 11th. But we will be in California, man. If you're in the area, the LA area, come pull up. Turn out.
Yes. And for all the people that don't know, I stay in Redlands. And that's unheard of for some black folks said that they about to come to Redlands. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when you said that, I was like, what? Like, but the Redlands Bowl is pretty famous. A lot of folks come out here. But to say now, is it Drumline Live? Is that who's coming?
Yes,
man,
Drumline Live. Yeah.
Man, so I'm about to put the word out to everybody I know about that. Especially my chapter here, the fraternity chapter. They're always trying to go to events like that with HBCUs. So that'll be a big event. Because I don't know how many people from Redlands there's gonna be there. But I'll at least, but yeah, at least let me know, and I'm about to tell everybody. So yeah, definitely send me that information.
I want to say I think I'm coming out a few days early to do promo. So we definitely want to have a large turnout. Like I say, if you're in the area, come out. If you know somebody that live in the area, tell them to come out. It's gonna be a great show.
Okay, I'm excited. I'll definitely be there, man. I'll go out and pass out flyers if I need to. So Because Redlands is, like I say, it's not that big of a town. So it's like about 7 minutes apart each way. So when somebody say
Okay.
they coming to Redlands, man, I'm like, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man,
Well,
that's
look,
gonna
we're
be
gonna,
exciting.
we gonna have a mini homecoming then, man. We're gonna treat it like it's homecoming.
Bad. And I'll definitely get a chance to meet some of the other folks. But yeah, man, you said that, I got excited, man. So I'm really excited about it. So yeah, and it'd be good to meet you in person too.
Definitely. Likewise.
Yeah, so that's what's up, man. We'll give another round of applause for the great Larry Allen. And we always appreciate you checking us out here on the Marching Podcast Network. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor or a patron to the Marching Podcast, please contact the show and we'll give you the criteria to start to pub your business using our platform. We'll play your commercial, we'll post your website on our blog, and we'll help send out your information through social media. We want to start to circle the dollars around on our craft to help build opportunities for our schools and our communities. So contact us so we can help to build your business. That's all the time we have for the podcast. Check out the website and donate what's in your heart to themarchingpodcast.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Thanks to you for listening. And remember, the eye is a better pupil and more willing than the ear. Advice may be misleading, but examples are always clear. See you next time.